Alright, today I'm going to show you what I did in Photoshop to create a nice little going away present for Jackie Austin, who retired this year at Southwestern College. I was given the task of making a nice photograph for her, and I was told that she really enjoys the culture of the 1950s, so I decided to put her photo into the photo of a diner. So here I am in Photoshop. I have a photograph of Jackie taken in her workspace in our office, and over here I've got a photo of a diner. Now, what's the work that I need to accomplish? I need to extract Jackie from the background and place her into this scene, and I also need to crop this scene. It's got some stuff around the periphery that is not exactly fitting with the 1950s culture that I want to portray here. So this one needs to be cropped. This one has more work to do. So in Jackie's case, her photo, thanks to my assistant for clandestinely getting a nice shot of her, you can see that I've got a few layers here. It's always a good practice to name your layers, but I didn't do it this time. So I created a plain background so I can tell what I'm doing. Then I made a duplicate copy of the background, same as before, but the trick here is to use a mask. Photoshop has great masking capabilities, and this is exactly what I needed to extract her from the background. There's many ways to do it, but I chose to go with a mask. So how does my mask look like? Basically, that's what it accomplishes, and what it looks like is this: a black and white representation of the subject. Everything that is black is hidden, everything that is white is visible. When that's applied to my image, this is my result. There she is, extracted from the background, looking pretty good. The mask also helps you tweak your subject a bit, like you can see here that I removed a bit of her dress so that it's not so much material. Now, one final tweak is just to fix up the part of the body that everyone focuses on very much, the face. So there's my result. Here's my before, and here's my after. Then it's a matter of copying the result of this image to my new background. This image here, you see how it's been cropped to focus in on the part that really says 1950s. So I brought Jackie's image in. I took it from this document into this document. There she is there. But obviously, if I wanted to really fit into the scene, she has to be behind this table and these chairs, right? So that's where another mask comes in. This time I'm going to hide parts of Jackie so that she looks like she's behind the object. So here's another mask. The way this one looks is like this. This is simply drawing the shape of the chair and the table, and when I apply it to Jackie's layer, this is the result. Here it is without the mask, here it is with the mask, and here is the mask. So now it looks like she's in the scene, but there's still some work to be done. If she's in the scene, she should be casting shadows. So I have a layer, shadows, where I just darkened a few parts of the image near the objects that where she's at, on the floor near that chair. That looks a little better. If you notice, the chairs also reflect on the tiles of the floor. Therefore, I added a little bit of reflection on the tiles as well of her feet. The background needs a little bit of tweaking. For example, there's a few spots on the wall that need to be fixed here. some stains, that sort of thing. So I made a new layer where I used the stamp tool or the healing tool to remove those items. Now, I felt she didn't stand out enough from the scene, so I decided to blur part of the background to show more of a depth of field. So what I did was I selected and copied a part of the background that is right behind the subject, blurred that area with a Gaussian blur, and then added a mask as well. So my mask here is once again the chair, because without that mask the part of the chair that was selected was also blurry. Let me compare that. You see that part of the chair? It's blurry, yet it is ahead of Jackie, so it doesn't make sense. The same mask as before was applied, plus a little more tweaking, and then now the part of the chair that is closer is in focus. So it's looking pretty good. And now the final effect to give it an aged look, a layer that has an adjustment, and this is for hue and saturation to make it sepia tone. So that is set to hue 32, saturation 20, lightness -10. And what we get is a nice aged look to it with the sepia tone. So those layers combined create the result that I want. A wonderful shot of Jackie during her favorite time period. And I just want to say that I, for one, greatly appreciate everything you've done for me, Jackie. You're an inspiration, a great person, and I hope that you enjoy your retirement.